It's Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight the Water Cooler Commandos and the Break Room Bandits set off on their next adventure as we welcome 9 to 5 Warriors to the show. We'll talk with Brandon about all the great stuff being offered in his new Kickstarter and share our love for these nostalgia-filled bad boys. So grab your lunchbox and your thermos, because it's time to punch in for our second shift. Machu, cue the intro. There better not be soup in here. Oh, soup. You keep all your action figures safely tucked away in your lunchbox. It's perfect. Anyway,
we know you love your soup.
I hate soup. Whiskey soup, man. Whiskey soup. Anyway, it's Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 88 of Between Two Sentinels, the show again that you only have yourselves to blame. We continue to show up each week because you continue to show up each week, and we thank you for that. Whether or not you thank yourselves for that, completely different story. I am J-Shot, and if you don't know that by now, you haven't been watching for 87 episodes or more. We technically have more episodes, right? Like it's technically we just we keep our weeklies at a number. So like when other shows on Wednesdays get closer to 100, we actually have more. It's just saying.
Not anyway. More than them. I don't think so. No, we don't. No, we don't have more than them.
No, okay.
We definitely don't.
All
we definitely don't.
All right. We're talking to you, toy daddies. No. Anyway, Machu, how are you, buddy? How are you?
I'm good. Can't complain. Except for like it was a bit crappy weather today. Like, just like very depressing.
I wouldn't know. I didn't leave the house today, so.
Well, it just didn't decide if it wanted to rain or not. That's.
No, I hate that.
I hate that.
That is the worst. Did you get anything in this week?
So for my Mofex Bucky Winter Soldier, I got this set, which is like a pretty cool set. Like the accessories, like has blood effect guns.
Yeah, that's because Bucky didn't come with any like guns, right? That was the whole thing.
No, he came with knives, 2 shields. Well, he came with a lot of hands.
Okay.
And you got that Bucky too, right?
Yeah. He's somewhere. Yeah.
He comes with his booklet, the little
his red book. Yeah.
The ledger, right? And it comes open and closed.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I like that they made 2 pieces as opposed to just making it functional.
Yeah. and then like in our little group chat, I sent that reel with Spider-Man in the I think it was in the Mets game.
Yeah.
Right, where he started dancing in the bleachers.
Yep.
So
most interesting. So you got it. Is that going to be your next stop motion?
I'm not sure. I'll take pictures first and then decide if I want to do stop motion.
All right. I was going to say most interesting thing to happen at a Mets game. Sorry if you're a Mets fan out there, but hey, but that's cool. And you did. What else?
I got this bad boy.
Nice. The Hulkbuster J-Shot. Yeah. Big piece of plastic meat.
Yep.
Plastic meat. That's what he calls it, right? Yeah. Big hunk of plastic meat. Whatever. Look at that Batmobile in the background. I don't know how I'm just noticing this. What
are you talking about?
Oh man. Oh, look at it. Should you get the? Should I just give you the Kevin Owens head instead? Would it be better? No, but that's pretty good.
I like that. Owens.
Nice.
Just drop your head.
Yeah. All right. No Diddy. While you go searching for my head, I will. I'll show off what I got. Since everybody else is showing this off, no one was more surprised for this to show up this week than me. Mostly because it was a Walmart order and I expected it to get canceled. But this is here. And it's glorious. I love it.
The faces are so creepy.
I know. They're just like the creepy whatchamacallit ones.
And the front shells are so long. Why is it that long?
Well, they're covering everything up, it's a kids show for crying out loud. We can't have any accidents. But I love I love the presents and the pizza, and I mean, like, who doesn't need another sewer? Cool. The lights, the Christmas hats. I know everybody's complaining about the feet, but you gotta remember this was like a live show. Like that's how it worked, That's what it was.
Oh, that was an actual live show?
Yeah, it was like a taped show. And then I got this sucker that came in that is glorious. The Bottleneck Gallery wax figure that was modeled after the Varner figure that they made. Expected this to be turtle sized. It's not. It's my head
What
size.
Is turtle sized?
Like Playmate size. Like
Okay.
how the figures work. Because this is the original like pitch turtle that they made when they pitched them. Because you'll notice it has a tail. And the actual figures did not have a tail. And that is a tail, people. That's why I'm showing it from the back. But yeah. So that's what came in this week. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it, but it's gonna live on the floor like everything else. Should we check with the chat?
Yes.
All right, let's see what's going on. We got Steve Morrow is here saying so many numbers: 2 Sentinels, episode 88, 9 to 5 Warriors, and number 1 Wednesday show. Steve, from your ears to from your lips to God's ears, my friend. Justin Collects is here. He's probably wondering where the hell his free Odious is. It's going out soon, my friend. I'm sorry. It's my mistake. I've been getting out there. Dom is already getting a head start on October. Is that legal? I thought you weren't allowed to start until it was October.
You can kind of start now, I guess, right?
Well, all right. I guess Dom is going to win then. Josh says, is it Wednesday, my dudes? It is. It is Wednesday indeed. Yanni's here saying batteries not included. Batteries never included. Never included.
Never.
NJ Tree is here. He's been having a good conversation with him. He tried to win the tried to purchase the garbage man Kevin Eastman today, or as Yimbo called it, the Blainer figs. The Blainer things fig, which is great. Mayor is here checking in the toy chase. We got KJ Smith. I only bought one, Dom, planning on buying another one at New York Comic Con, because why not? I am TJ Williams, toy chase, making up the joke. Hey, we got soup jokes in the chat. Love it. Toy Rensu's hitting us with the
Subnoids.
And we got Man Beast Boy hitting us with the yes sirs. What's up? We got Dom looking forward to October picks. Toy Father is here saying, hey dudes, don't forget Toy Father. Actually, Toy Father, No Chewing, and Yumbo reviews everything going live over on the TPC top 10 with Monstores tonight. So, but again, check them out on the replay or later, because we're here tonight with 9 to 5 Warriors, and we've got another special guest that's hanging out in the lobby. So we gotta get through this pretty quickly. We got Paul Morales is here. Let's see. We got Diggs Figs. What's going on, Diggs? And there goes my light. So my pink light just went out. That tail explains the long show. See? There you go. Realm is here. Let's dive in, Realm. Let's do it. I'm excited. Look at all these people we got. Unworthy is here. Go figure. Go is here. Go is working his little tail off, getting ready for Legion's Con. And I believe and we got Omega Weapon 13 saying hello, Sentinel between two guys. That was hard for my brain to comprehend, but I read it anyway. And like I said, we have a last minute addition to tonight's show, but this man I think is as excited for this Kickstarter as I am. And he is going to be pissed if we don't get to a couple of these unlocks. And that is Too Much New Toys, Cody. Cody, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up? I'm an emissary of the Break Room Bandits.
Is that a great name? Break Room Bandits. I
Team
love that,
Break Room Bandits. Let's do this.
All the way. We do have Brandon hanging out in the background, but Cody, just real quick, how are you, man? How's things in your
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Though I learned, to my horror, I'm gonna never collect Marvel Legends again, because
what happened?
Every reasonable toy line, you pre-order it, they hold to the date, right?
Yep.
But Marvel, apparently, they do this thing where, like, good news, we're sending it early. I'm a financially irresponsible adult. I rely on that faraway date more than you can believe. So when I loosely plot out and plan for it to be released, and Marvel's like, good news, buddy, it's shipping today, it's like, you're ruining me. So now I have 2 Marvel Legends. I never really intended on getting this soon, and so I'm effed. So no more Marvel Legends. It's over.
What did you get?
I got Helverine again, just because that's cool, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, Dracula's not coming out till October, so I was like, great, that's good, that's fantastic. And they were like, psych, we already shipped it, and I'm just like, god damn it.
I like that you're like, you start off like, where is he going with this? And it's like, it's a good thing we don't have Ryan Ting backstage, but it's all good. But
no early releases. It's all I'm a chip man now. This is all. You can rely on the chips. That's all you need.
I was gonna say something about the chips. I'm gonna wait because I'm super excited, and I want Brandon to know how excited we are about tonight. And I'm gonna do my best not to be a fanboy, but I mean, we met Brandon. Here he is. He's right here.
I'm cracking.
We met Brandon. Good. I saw you laughing. I was like, I like to bring people in at the most awkward moment. Yeah. We met Brandon. We met you in Designer Con last year. Got to hang out with you. You had that backpack that I think Toy Chase brought you from the West Coast or something.
He saved the day, man.
So, and that was our first kind of glimpse at these figures, and now we've got them in hand. And I did want to say, the Commodore Crisp is my son's favorite toy. I had to pry this away from him today because he loves Pringles. That's just like his go-to thing. So
you could at least give him one of them. Like it splits in 3. You don't have to take all of it back.
You have to hold on to this guy. I get the top one. You get the bottom.
Yeah, you get this one that has no articulation or arms whatsoever. Good.
That's a good father right there. A 3 toy. He's like, nah, I'm taking them all back. Sorry.
Hey,
I need it for the show.
I need it for the show. I need it for my show about toys. Oh man. Anyway, dude, welcome and congratulations on first off all your success with the first line of figures and the Kickstarter already. I told you, I said this backstage. I don't know. I don't think anybody else was here when I said this, but I am watching your Kickstarter like I invested money. Like I like all day I'm like texting updates and to our group chat, and I'm like, he launched 20 minutes ago and he's at $3,000. Everybody's like, shut up. Nobody cares.
Oh, man. It's been awesome. I keep getting the notifications. I'm kind of like scared to look every once in a while. I glance like, oh shit, this is crazy. But the notifications are very heartwarming to see. Like, oh shit, who's that? Oh damn, that's awesome. Oh shit. So like all day, which is amazing. So thank you all.
Dude, of course. You know Cody and I are in. I'm sure that Matt will be in. We do got to give you a warning though. That was 2 shits in the first 11 minutes. We try to keep that till after the first 20 minutes. So
oh my bad.
Let's check on that. But we got a couple more people who have joined us. Nah, it's all good, man. We got Ender's Shadow stopping by. We got John dropping in the Hush Migo dots. I won't take credit for that. And of course, we got the one and only Chubsy Wubsy here. We pay respect to our tribal chief. But yeah, dude, I mean, the Kickstarter line, you and I have actually been talking back and forth for a bit, trying to make sure when we were going to get you on. You've had busy life experience. You became a father. Congratulations on that.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And you were telling me some great stories about, and then I scared you with my horror stories of like how quickly moods change when you're 10 minutes of hanging with your kid and then you discover a mound full of garbage behind the couch and you're like, what are you? So yeah. But how's that been for you so far?
It's been amazing, dude. Honestly, she's only 3 months now and she's my firstborn. So like it's super surreal still. Like I was telling you, she looks just like me, so it's trippy because it's like holding a little version of me and I'm like, yeah, don't cry. It's like nurturing my inner child. I'm like, you're good, you're loved. So I don't know, it's been amazing. Every time I look at her, I'm like, this is crazy. She's alive. Like, you came out of my wife. This is crazy. You just made you a nubbing. I'm still a kid trying to process it.
Yeah. And you were like, hey, I just had a kid 3 months ago. I know what I'll do now. I'll start a Kickstarter to make more figures.
I felt like the gun was behind my head too, because everyone's been asking when I was going to do a Kickstarter. And I always say soon, because I just never know when the right timing is. And truthfully, it's never the right time. And as I started getting like 3 months went by, of course, like that, and I'm like, shit, like it's about to be. There's number.
There's 3.
Like shoot, right. It's about to be November, and the last time I launched in November did terribly because first week was awesome, then it was Thanksgiving, and it just so it instantly went into the holiday season. So like, I need to get this out there now. Looked at the calendar, 9:25 shined bright to me, 9:25, and I was like, let's just go. Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
So I launched today, and obviously, yeah, I just did pretty much like a month of pre-market.
Mm-hmm. You said you did a month of pre-marketing, and then you were saying today that you've been running around with life, so you haven't even really hit the marketing yet. What's kind of in your plans to make sure everybody knows what's going on here?
Good old-fashioned DM and email and calling favors and newsletters. Like, it's kind of crazy how many like hats you gotta wear. Like, I just have to dip into everything. I mean, the past year, 2 years max, just relationship building. I realized like that's all this is all about. Like, I'm a collector as well. I've always been lurking in the distance, watching shows and shit, stuff, and like literally just never realized. Like, funny enough, when when we met in DesignerCon, I was like, damn, you guys are like a family, and it just felt so special to be invited to the table, and you guys are so welcoming, and like it was like really warming. So I was like, this is awesome. So
yeah, I was gonna say you fit right in, man. Like there was no question about it, hanging out and stuff, and it was really great. And I think did you start running? Someone started running an air conditioning in the background. It sounds like.
My bad.
That's okay. That's all right. But yeah, dude, that DesignerCon was really cool, and it was like I said, it was great to see you. And do you still have that backpack? That backpack was something special.
It's right here, man.
So yeah, we'll make you do that awkward thing where you walk behind the camera for a second.
No, this is so dope. So Brian Duarte made this. That's why it's so special. It like I don't know if the battery's still charged, but hopefully it is. But basically, it's a mini fridge right now. I got to change the battery. But there's lights built in. The Gensei can that is the energy drink that brings them all to life is back there. Colonel Custer's holding the 2 cables to ignite it all to life. There's some eggshells back there that are going to be, future exterminators, as I call them. You got Commodore Chris holding on the fort with packet with sandbags and a spitball machine. You got Major Racer in the breach. And my favorite is Tech Sergeant Scotchy doing like a repel tactical unit in. And so this was my way of like I was planning on showcasing the big debut at DesignerCon because my toys were supposed to ship like relatively soon, and I just was optimistic. I was like, it's going to come before Christmas. It's going to come and of course it didn't. So I reached out to DesignerCon, like, thankfully they let me cancel the booth and all that stuff, no harm. And I still wanted to go. So like the idea was just like a mini booth to showcase the toys and walk around and see what else is out there.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that Duarte did the backpack. That's cool. Or I probably heard the name at DesignerCon, but we weren't involved with him as much as we are now. And of course, Toy Chase here, the mayor, saying he carried that backpack on an airplane, safe and sound. You give that man a mission, he will complete it no matter what. So, but that's awesome, dude. And I remember seeing that backpack walking around live, and it does light up. It's really cool. But the story to you is as important as these figures, right? Like, I mean, that's kind of what I love about them, and I mean, and also the fact that Tech Sergeant Scotchy's an actual working Scotch tape dispenser. Amazing. So
that was like happened by happen chance too. The goal was always to make like Scotchy have some type of, remember like the Batman retractable like belt. That was my hope for it, and I was like, I'll definitely do that for like wave 2 of wave 1, like the second series of wave 1. Like it's too complicated. But then I had like the prototype, and I think it was a prototype next to Major Racer, and I think I was just doing arts and crafts of some packaging crap, but I had tape. I'm like, wait a second, they're the identical shape. Duh, I just put the tape in there. And like it just happened like that midway of producing the prototype. And I was like, hold this phone, let's do this all over again. Let's have them break apart, actually use Scotch tape. It's genius.
That's great.
That's like my favorite figure now.
Yeah, he's right up there, especially. I mean, it's him and Colonel Custard, who, by the way, I didn't realize that he glowed in the dark. Glowed? Yeah, glowed. I didn't realize he had a glow in the dark feature until like I turned the lights out and was like, "What is that?" And then it's like, "Oh, it's the figure." So yeah,
he's always watching.
I don't read packaging or anything apparently. So,
well, that's my fault. There's a lot of things that are features
that's your fault that this extra cool feature happened that we didn't know about.
It's like the first time testing a factory, you don't know if they're going to do everything right. So it's like, I'd rather be a shock and surprise than advertise it and go completely wrong. So even like Scotchy's thing was all like, I was always working with 3D prototypes. They're super fragile. So of course they're breaking or snapping. They could barely hold things. So like the instructions and everything was done literally once the factory gave me the test shots and they were all injection mode and everything's working. I was like, okay, perfect. I'll advertise it now, but my worst fear is like, A, I advertise it doesn't work, or B, it's super bad and flimsy and snaps, so works out like that.
Speaking of, not speaking of, but I was looking for a transition and I blew it. But anyway, Toy Mirth is here. Toy Mirth put up some awesome shots today, and we were talking about this in the chat too. I haven't shot these things because I've been playing with them, and I need to actually do it. But Toy Mirth continues to impress and just make them happen. But I know with the new Kickstarter happening, there's a lot that we're going to get to, but Cody, you were pretty adamant that we get the bits and what do we call it? Bits and bytes there? Those features?
Battle bits.
Battle bits.
Battle
That's
bits.
it. That's it. And right off the bat, dude, you were stoked for those.
If we don't get battle bits, we riot as a nation.
It has to happen now. It has to.
It's too good. And as a turtle, like, here's the thing. I have a before I learned about the battle bits, I didn't know I had this dream, but now I have this dream. Battle bits, Technodrome. Battle bits, sewer lair. Right? If we don't make this happen, everyone is dead to me. I won't talk to anyone in this sphere ever again.
Whole world is falling apart. But if we don't get the battle bits,
they're just too cool. They're the coolest idea ever. Freaking genius.
Thank you, man. These are like the prototypes. This is another thing that's like it's working order of a prototype right now. This is not rubbery, so it's like they will break if I drop it or whatever. Not really, but this is another thing. Like once it's in production and it's gummy and it works the way it is, like I can't wait to actually play with it. Right now I'm doing like all the testing and like everything fits and it works in theory just like everything else. It's like you're kind of taking a leap of faith, but it's pretty awesome. Like the promise is there, and it was an idea that was lingering in the back of my head for like years, and I was like, I want to make something like a Connects version for adults that uses office supplies. I didn't know how it was going to come to life. And in Toy Fair, that's actually how I met Duarte. We were working the Plunderlings booth. Shout out to Plunderlings. I was there helping out. Duarte did that in massive Dio, which was amazing. And two mechanical engineer students like came to the booth. We started talking. And then like, oh, I'm Brandon. I'm in 9 to 5 Warriors. She's like, whoa, 9 to 5 Warriors. I love you guys. Oh, and I was like, okay, cool. You had a fan. I don't even know that. And they're just talking about like their students are looking to get into toy industry. And as we just started talking, they're talking about like Legos and Connects, and they love to build things and shape shit. I'm like, I got the perfect project for you guys. So long story short, I hired them come December, like last year, December. We worked on this and it came out beyond my expectations. They like worked on it like through the week. They just surprised me with model builds and like I gave them everything I wanted basically, but they went above and beyond, started creating things. I started editing it down like this could be there. And that's how Battle Bits was born. So it was like an amazing experience. And it's funny, it's been sitting on a shelf since January. And I'm like, oh shit, I have Battle Bits. I have to totally like add it to this Kickstarter. It was the last minute thought.
I know I'm jumping the gun with Battle Bits because I think that is like unlocked tier 90, but Wicked Fat is asking, he came in late, he doesn't know what Battle Bits are. So just real quick, Battle Bits are, I think you said it best, right? They're like Connects or pieces that you can build stuff with. Yeah.
Basically think like little rubber bits that will allow you to connect real life office supplies. So whether it's a pencil or pen, like this is shaped like a wad of paper with a suction cup. So you can literally do things from vertical and it doesn't matter. Gravities. I laugh at it. And then you can literally put pencils, pens, usually anything with the same diameter. And yeah, the possibility to truly endless. This is like a gumball that has like multiple inserts, and that was the fun part. Like first we started with the mechanical bits of it, making it raw like shapes, and then we just figured, okay, this shape works. What can it be? The deco of it. So gumball, of course, classic for. Got this thing which will literally hold tape rolls, as well as there's little slits in here to hold the back end of plastic utensils. So it's not really advertised, but that's what makes the propeller for the helicopter that I showcased there. So it's like lots of endless possibilities. I'm like super excited about that.
That's cool.
This little bit holds pencils together for pencils or pens for platforms. It's like staplers.
Nice.
But yeah.
That's awesome. And yeah, here's the chopper you got here, the watchtower, and then these are just like general blueprints, right? Like, you know, these, obviously there's a million other things that you can do with these. I'm actually, fun. Yeah, I can't wait to get these at the hands of Bachu. Like, that's what I feel like he's just gonna bang something out that we're gonna be like, how did he do that? Toy Mart saying Battle Bits take creativity to the next level. Steve Morrow saying the battle bits remind him of the scene in Small Soldiers when they're using stuff in the garage to create the vehicles and the weapons. I can definitely see that. And Lago hitting us with the pretty cool. Oh, there you go. Hopefully I did justice to that. But let's jump back because I'm known to skip ahead because I get excited and I'm like a puppy and I'm gonna go pee on the rug. But all right, so your Kickstarter here. Launched today. Like I said, we're already probably a quarter of the way there. You got 29 days to go. I'm going to play the video, but I am going to kill the sound just so that we don't get in trouble. Or I'm not going to play the video, and it's going to freeze on me. And we're doing it live, people. This is what happens. Let's try the old restart. Somebody fill in for me while I panic a little bit.
You want me to try to play the video?
Well, it's reloading. Sure it works. Yeah. Oh, let's see if. We can pay the video here. Oh, there you go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Kickstarter for the.
All right. We'll jump ahead. Yeah. Who did the animation, man? I kept meaning to ask you that.
So this project started back in 2012, and literally, like I said, or you said, the story has always been the most important part to me. And back then, the indie toy scene was very different, and it's pretty amazing to see how much it's grown. And like we're in the golden age. We have such amazing stuff coming out like every week practically. But back then it was the indie art scene was like the vinyl art and the very limited edition stuff. And like they were very cool designs, but I felt like there was no like connection to the piece for me personally. And I took a step back, like why was that? And I deducted that there was really no story. And that's being a storyteller. Like I'm in the film industry. That's what was so important to me. So back then I worked on it like a production piece, basically. I was like, okay, let me write a script. Let me come up with the characters, the backstories. And then of course I want like an animated intro to a show that doesn't exist yet. Yeah. And I found someone from Ukraine and worked on it for like 6 months with him, like to produce that. We like grew like a family. He was so happy to get the job too. Like he showed me pictures of like his family skiing. He's like, thank you. But basically an artist in Ukraine.
Oh. Yep. All right. Looks like Brandon. Oh, that's Amachu having mic issues there. It's okay.
It's like, is something blowing up? Is that a break room bandit attack?
That's the Kickstarter is blown up.
25%,
yeah. Oh, all right, Amachu, I'm sure we'll be back any minute. Every once in a while this happens. But all right, so we've got wave 2, and you've got, I believe, what do we got? We got 3. Ultimately, the wave itself comes, you can order right off the bat. You got two water cooler commandos and 2 break room bandits, starting with Lieutenant Lead, which again, and by the way, I think I highlighted the comment here. Toymirth is super right, and I think if nobody has done this yet, we should start it right now. If the pencil industry had any common sense, they would back this Kickstarter and unlock the bits. I mean,
yeah, I mean maybe
Staples,
there's some cross-brand promotions, and Bic. I don't know the pencil companies. So like Ticonderoga.
Yeah, I mean Ticonderoga's been sitting at number 2. Maybe this will bring it to number 1 finally. So
get
you into like Scholastic book fairs.
Dude, that's my ultimate dream, man. You're talking about financially irresponsible. That was me as a little kid. I bought all the magic kits.
Could you imagine? Dude, I didn't even think about that, Cody. That's brilliant. Somebody get Scholastic on the phone. We got notes. Steve Barrow saying 95 BattleBit's going to have 30 and up playing with number 2 pencils, meat notebooks, trapper keepers, and extra science fair folders. Toy Reggie saying classic Machu. NWO promo about to happen. Let's see what else we got. Machu connected through the Sputnik and has issues. It's all right. He'll be back. He'll come back. Uncanny Scopes is here saying, "What up, guys?" And he wants to see a Wacom pen in the future as one of the
characters.
Well, I guess one of the characters. That'd be cool. I could get down with that. So
it's endless possibilities, man. I'm down.
Yeah. We're like, all right. I'm jumping ahead again. We're gonna stick on track. Machu's not here to bring me focus. I'm gonna bring the focus.
So this is the hand sculpted version, the OG prototype. This was done by Scott Hensley, who basically, for those that don't know, he literally designed like half of my childhood collection. So Ninja Turtles, Street Sharks, freaking Toxic Avengers, all the good stuff, Happy Meal toys, endless. And this guy hand sculpted these, and yeah. Then I digitally scanned them. Then I worked with Seba Dom from Planetary Dog Toys, so like refine, clean up, add more details, fix little tidbits that do go wrong when you do things by hand. And yeah, the digital render is where it's at now.
Nice. And Steve Morrow's got a question saying, Brandon, do the legs and arms and legs move?
Yeah, it's classic articulation, so everything that we kind of grew up with.
Yeah. So you get like, I think basically you're looking at 4 points, right?
One second.
Yeah, the heads aren't really.
One second.
Yeah. Do you think?
Like
why he's
Major Eraser does have.
Oh, he's got a swivel.
Have a weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I love that Major Eraser's got that classic Nick Fury look for me. I love that. It's just like,
yeah, he's just like, you can tell he's just a real hard ass.
Yeah. So, yeah. I love the cigar. Where did he find a cigar that small? Or is that a roach?
he hand rolled it
himself.
Or there's Cuban commandos that will make our way into it later.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh my god. Lago's asking if we can get a Scranton paper character. I think that'd be great.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea.
Or a vehicle. We got Matt Gray stopping by. What's up, Matt?
What up?
All right, so Lieutenant Led, obviously one of the good guys, and then we've got this one. I don't know. Is it Brigadier or Brigadier? What are we going with?
Brigadier. And I don't know if you I can talk for days, and if you want to know the story of them, let me know. But if not, we could also just.
It's your
totally.
But your world, you're just living in it.
So going back to the story, the main character's name is Alan McMillan. He's just featured in the comic book series. And the premise behind him, he's like the office oddball, basically. So he's like the true Toys R Us kid that never grew up, creative stuff in a stifled environment. And he does do the little awkward thing of playing with toys that he creates from office supplies and leftover food at his cubicle. In typical 90s fashion, one fateful night, his Japanese energy drink, Jensei, topples over that and sparks them all to life. But what's cool is that basically he gave them all their personalities. So when Alan was creating Lieutenant Led, he did have one pencil that he loved, his favorite pencil, perfect supply for any job. The office bully snapped it in half, and him being resourceful, he sharpened one end, and that became Lieutenant Led. And the other end was sharpened, so that became number 2. And the premise behind number 2, which we'll jump to later, but basically is a useless supply. What can you do with a double-sided pencil? So he holds that resentment, and the idea that he cannot make a mistake because he has no eraser to fix it really fucks up. Really screws up his emotional. So that's why he's just an evil lone wolf. He used to be part of the good guys. He leaves that side because he's obviously trying to be the number 1 spot, but he's stuck in number 2, and he joins the bandits. So like I said, the story is there. It's hilarious how deeply rooted I went in it, but it starts all making sense. It's actually writes itself.
Dude, this is so great. He became a bad guy because he can't make a mistake.
And then, so the flip side is Major Eraser, the guy that can fix any mistake, has that, mental block of he wants to fix everything. You can't fix everything in life, Major, relax. But he's got that cold personality that he always wants to fix it. And my favorite analogy for him is Gorgon from Small Soldiers. They save the day, but he knows what's right is that they have to sail off into the expense and just get away from humans because he knows that's the best thing. So that's Major's complex basically.
Love it. I love it. And we got Yimbo stopping by, and again, don't forget you can check out Yimbo, no chewing and Toy Father on the TPC Top 10 with Monsters. And also, let's bring back 78 for a quick second. He's got an incredible rooftop dio that I believe batch 1 is sold out, and so if you want to get on that, get to batch 2. And I don't know, 78s, maybe there's an office dio coming in the future here that we can add our bits and bytes to. I'm sure there's room for everybody on it. Uncanny saying that's a great story. Justin Mohan say we need more food characters.
Definitely more.
Of course, man. Of course. Yimbo calling out the Cody sighting. Cody, I also believe that this is your first official time on the show live. I want to at least thank you and welcome you for that. You've only made a video appearance on our Cowabunga challenge.
I believe so.
Yeah. So We've also got Plunderling stopping by, congratulating you on an awesome
Plunders.
day one.
Hey.
And Toymirth correcting me, saying batch 3 now. I love when the fans correct me. It's my favorite thing because it just makes us all better. So anytime, 78s. Dude, I love your work. I'm just a little broke right now. There are too much turtles. Too much new turtles. And we got Henrock is here. Also, Red Dog. And you know what, Brandon, I was going to ignore this comment, but now he's put it in twice. Cracked egg stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's in the trading cards as a reveal. I hope it comes. Let's say just something I'm working on. There's like I gotta get these core characters out, and then a lot more food characters. It's basically going to be the endless supply of food characters. I am working on some that will be revealed. The egg crack shows. I definitely want to make it happen. Let's see it make it happen. We'll see.
Best way to make it happen is to go hit up the Kickstarter. So start getting those packs right now. And you get Brigadier Bouncy. He got coming in now. He's a bigger figure. Obviously, he's a little bit more expensive. I mean, like again, talking about the prices, these figures are roughly $25 a piece. You got some of the bigger ones for $30. Nothing outlandish. And especially now that Cody's not buying Marvel Legends, these are right in par.
Hey man,
for,
I'll delay shipments for you. You let me know when you want to be charged exactly, but still put the money up front, okay?
That would actually be really handy. No joke, I would actually love
that. Steve saying shell out now to get eggheads. That Steve continues to be a better J shot than me. Red Dog saying the next wave is fire, and Justin saying we need a racer race cars. I mean, we've seen a
Pringle race car.
Dude, we got to talk about this for a little bit.
Yeah, Dr. Toys, who I also met at Designer Con. Remember his booth? That thing was amazing. Like the futuristic soldier things. I forgot the name of it now. Damn.
No, they were.
But he created this, that little 925. Look at it. The number follows me.
Oh, nice.
And this was really cool. He literally transformed a Pringles can. There's the Break Room Bandits emblem. Put pencils as the wheel hubs, the straws. This is cool, man. And like this is what I hope that other people do. Like the whole premise of the line was to really just transform the world around you. I don't want you to see a soda can as a soda can anymore. It could be whatever, a tank. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh,
don't let me stop you.
If we unlock battle bits, you could build your own cars, folks. Everything ties back into the battle bits. Damn.
Battle bits, baby.
Yeah. My biggest beef with that car is I am not paying $9.25 for a can of Pringles that big. That is just outrageous. So, but yeah. Let's see. Here you go. Talking about like how we used to play in toys, right? Was I the only one who used to make race cars out of my erasers in elementary school?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely not.
Like push pin wheels.
Wow, that unlocked my mind. Yeah,
there you go.
About that.
Well,
Major Eraser was one of the I know everyone says like obviously there's an homage to the Food Fighters, but Major Eraser was first creation ever as a kid. And there was a little book called Horrible Harry, I believe. Yeah, and he would make monsters out of utensils and whatnot. And I don't know if I got the idea from that or I liked the book because, that's weirdo like me. I do that. But Major Eraser was like my first creation. And so to make him come alive is like pretty awesome. And I totally forgot about race car races. That's pretty cool.
And before we get into Brigadier Bouncy, Red Dog 5 says we need the smashed up office printer from Office, the printer from Office Space as a base. I think that's great. Awesome. Yeah, and it'd probably be pretty easy to make, right? You just go buy a bunch of printers that no one's buying anymore, and we'll just have a big party and break them up and then ship them out to people. So it's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you in shipping, but we'll figure it out. All right. Anyway, let's get on to this bouncy mofo.
I have them in my hand. This is a cool stress reliever. One sits again in the proper rubbery form, and it bounces. It's game over for me. At least this is entertainment alone. So his personality is being a rubber ball. He can't obviously take anything serious. So he's the goofball explosion specialist, the perfect combo, obviously. So what's cool about him is I'm going to make him out of a texture that can bounce. He was originally hand sculpted by Scott Hensley, and this is where I feel like it just needed a lot more work. Scott did his best, but I feel bad trying to make this man sculpt a million rubber bands. So the new version looks so much better. in my opinion.
We get that
Seba
full
Dom
screen.
from
Full screen.
Oh, sorry.
23.
I'm sorry. See, this is why you're here, Cody. This is why you're here.
This is what I need. There you go. So Seba resculpted this from scratch. Really amazing detail. The band ideally will be removable in this print. I just printed it on. But amazing details. Super funny, cool expression.
Yeah.
And yeah, his weapon's an awesome like highlighter shoulder launcher.
we got his weapons here. And it's a marker. It's a highlighter. Oh, that's great. I love that. Look at that. Let me see if I can just zoom in here. And I love the bandolier belt. That's great, dude. And that's something too. I mean, we got to talk about, because even with like, you know, Tech Sergeant Scotchy, the detail in the weaponry, right? It's a battery with the rubber bands. Yeah, dude. It's with thumbtacks. I mean, it's so good. It's so good.
No, so that was cool. Like, I'm not an artist by any means. Like, every time I hand something to my artist, it's like a crappy Photoshop. Like, this is what I want, and like make it. But with this, since it's this scale, I literally took a battery, rubber band, push pins, and made this. Sent a picture to Seba, and then within like 40 minutes, he had it sculpted. It was like perfect.
That's amazing. Look at that. How many times did you electrocute yourself while you were trying to make that?
Countless.
Yeah.
That's how that all this was born.
So Toy Bird saying you can't insult him, everything just bounces right off. And Steve saying, so will he be a stress ball, squishable, or bounceable? What
bounceable for sure. I don't know until we get to the factory, like if it will be squishable or not. Like, it's just one of those things that I want it to feel right, plus the cost and whatnot. But definitely bounceable.
Cool. And Real Life Perspective Show is coming up. This is right up their alley too, man. Like they're always talking about nostalgia and things, so this is cool to have them stop by. Let's see. I feel there's a limit of office supplies, but the food possibilities are unlimited. It's true. And
that goes with the storyline. Like, even the supplies and stuff that I selected, just they're a ragtag group. So it's basically like they're not meant to succeed, you know, but they do. And at the end of every episode, ideally, is like that's how they come together and they kick the living crap out of whatever food creation Custard comes across. But each of them have, you know, their special ability. Each of them have their weaknesses, but when they work together as a team, they're unstoppable, basically. The idea would be to keep the good guys as limited as possible. I can have, of course, you know, some supplies come in, be a good guy, but if Custard's the one creating them, they're typically going to be bandits. So there could be a bandit office supply in the future, but ideally, yeah. Custard is basically trying to make sure the leftovers take over.
And look, there's always the bad guys always outnumber the good guys. That's the beauty of them, right? Yeah. So, all right. And then speaking of going into the bad guys, we got number 2 that you were talking about a little bit earlier, that he is sharpened on both ends and comes with a cocktail sword.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was a new addition. Once I started, again, like with the scale, I was like, damn, this is kind of like, I remember getting served the drink. I'm like, this is a perfect little sword for number 2.
It's so great. And I love the idea that he's a break off of the other one, and what was his name? Sorry, Lieutenant Led there. Yeah, he's a break off of him, and he can't make a mistake. And the pressure gets to him, and he snaps. Yeah,
I love the details, Scott. Pretty sure he bit into it to get that.
Look at that.
He won't admit to it, but that's the cool part of it. He's got bite marks. If he ever did remove his face, spoiler alert, it's definitely a chewed off bit. Make him Scarface looking.
I love that.
That's so
and then we go into Sergeant Spore here, who
I can't wait for him.
Very much reminds me of like Dum Dum Dugan, which in the best way possible.
The story was about him is basically like he's a half-eaten sandwich. He was sat on, so it's a little like squished in the brain. Also left rotten, so he's pretty much dumb as hell, but he's strong as hell too. And he towers over the rest of the guys. He's standing at a tall 5.25 inches. And the design of this guy was done strategically. I love the curve. Basically, he towers over what?
Yeah. See,
So, like,
and
if-
by the way,
if-
I like how you keep saying 5 inches towers over things with a
Towers
curve.
over
That's
things.
curve. You're gonna measure him from the base. Yeah.
But basically, he fits directly where he hovers over a major eraser, as well as Colonel Custard. So it's like he's always got Colonel Custard's back because he's like hunches over. But this is just an awesome, fun design. Seba did this one from scratch as well. This
With
is
the band-aid.
There's a band-aid
yeah.
in the back.
rotten band-aid in the back. Some
That's so gross. There's
cool
nothing more
details like
gross than a
worms.
loose band-aid. Like that.
It's true.
And yeah, this is one of my favorites that I can't wait to actually hold the final production.
Oh my god, I love it. So going back to sizing here, and mean that in the best way possible. He says it looks. Steve was asking the pencil pals are diameter of a novelty jumbo pencil. Is that right, or are they a little bit sharpener?
Yeah, definitely a novelty jumbo pencil.
Okay, all right. So well, and if you're really worried, Steve, you can buy the jumbo novelty pencil sharpener, so you'll be fine. Red Dog, just amazing, just amazing. So I love this. And then of course this is offered right off the bat, the Colonel Custard glow in the dark, fully glow in the dark, not just the weird, oh my god, it's glowing, what is wrong with my figure, glow in the dark figure. And you're calling it the Jinsei. Did I say? Hopefully I said that right. You know me in pronouncing things.
Jinsei.
Jinsei soaked one.
Maybe that's.
Now, yeah.
I'm just a creator. Who knows?
I was gonna say, how did you come up with the name too?
So I wanted it to be a Japanese energy drink, and since it sparks it to life, I looked up the word life in Japanese. I'm pretty sure that's what I did back in 2012, and I just ran with it. It makes sense, and the drink gives them life, and it sounds like a good slogan for an energy drink in the future, you know?
Dude, I think we gotta start making energy drinks too. This is great. I keep saying we, like I'm involved in this outside of just being a part of this show. God, just hire me already.
Yeah, Jay
Let's
Shot's
make this
on
happen.
staff now. He's
He's
your unpaid intern.
Yeah, I'm the guy that just keeps showing up, and you're like, "Will you leave, please?" Stop trying to measure the sandwich. And now this figure, because there was a question earlier that Justin asked if you're still going to be working with Big Bad Toy Store for these figures like you did last time. Okay, yeah.
But they won't be involved until later in the game. I'm really trying to just focus on the Kickstarter. They're always a benefit for the backers, obviously. You can just get paid or charged when it's pre-order. But right now, my margins are super razor thin. Like, obviously, this is Kickstarter for me is like just covering the cost. There's no profit at all. So it's literally just covering the cost to get these made. So trying to offer a retail package is kind of tough. I still make it happen because I'm crazy, but they will be involved later in the game.
Okay, cool. But you can only get the glow-in-the-dark Colonel Custard from Kickstarter as of right now.
Correct.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then obviously later on, you'll be working for the other figures that get unlocked, you'll be working with stores like Chubsy. Hopefully they'll carry things and we'll move on. So, all right, and that's
the retailers have been amazing, thankfully. Like, I think
awesome.
I'm in like 25 stores right now or more. But I'm waiting for Australia to announce. I've been in Pop Culture, and I'm super excited about that. That was a massive it's been like 3 months waiting for the cargoes still shipping over there. Hopefully it comes in safe.
What? So you said you're in 20-something stores. Have you walked into a store yet and seen these figures just like on display? Yeah,
here in Florida, Bits and Buttons, thankfully, and who else in Florida? But ideally, I love when someone texts me like this, like a random toy shelf, and it's like my toys are up there. I'm like, oh shit, cool. So there's a lot of stores that I have yet to visit, of course, but that's the hope. Ideally, kind of walk into one blindly and find my stuff.
That's so cool.
I'm pretty sure I saw your stuff in like a Toy Federation video. Anybody else watch Toy Federation?
Yeah, they definitely have it.
Nice. Okay, there you go. That's cool. That's got to be surreal too, man. Just to see that.
No, I love it.
That. Yeah. All right. So that's the basic offering, right? Like that's it. Like not that that's it, but that's what you're getting right off the bat. That's the 45K that gets unlocked, and then at 60K is when we start to get into the special stuff. So here's your stretch goals. At 60K, we get Specialist Sugar, which I almost wanted to say. I wanted to say it in like the Rogue voice, right, where it's like Specialist Sugar, but I don't know if that's right. So
it could be.
yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be a fun unlock. This is my just take on like what can be like a Sandman type of figure. She is literally artificial sweetener in the stories and whatnot. She can shapeshift into anything, so she's like a foe to really not mess with. And whether or not like Custard will agree, she really is the mastermind of the bandits, you know. So Colonel Custard may come up with the plan and whatnot, but she really is the one that calls shots. Everyone respects her or fears her, and she makes things happen basically. So I really love her character. The so going back to Alan being the weird quirky guy that he is, he has a total crush on the receptionist, and that's why she's shaped like a human. And the sculpt was mocked like all the mock-ups of the receptionist that I had for the comic books and whatnot. But for this version, we went more like monstrous and like give her more of a character face. I love it. But yeah, he was like doodling in the comic, doodling in sugar and like daydreaming of her, and that's how her personality kind of got sucked in when she sparked to life.
Nice.
And I am like sober when I create all of this.
I believe it.
Just bring the disclaimer, guys. I promise.
I love the I work with idiots too. I think that's great. Yeah, it's so good. And then the interchangeable arms and shields. So now, will she have like 2 sword arms and 2 fists, or we're looking at
like
just what you're seeing
1 sword
here?
arm and 1 fist, and then 2 regular arms, and then 1 shield.
Nice. All right, so that's a good amount of accessories there that you're getting with that. And then I love Steve's comment here saying, at first glance, I thought that Specialist Sugar was a gum girl. Then I realized how sweet and shifty she can be. So, damn it, this kid is just on fire, man.
The guy that keeps commenting on my Instagram, I'm like, I need to hire you. So good.
Great. He's going to get hired before I do. Here we go. All right, yeah. Josh Brown also asking, was there an exclusive in the first Kickstarter? He's in backtrack mode, which honestly, biggest compliment you could get, right? People are in backtrack mode, ready to pay for these things. So the first Kickstarter
was the original, like straight from Scott's hands. They're kind of embarrassing to look at now because they're like literally just thrown out there. And I was like, whatever, I want to make a toy. That failed, of course. Then the second Kickstarter was not a Kickstarter. It was all through Big Bad Toy Store. And I just went all in. I was like, I introduced all 10 characters at once. I totally was warned, don't do that. It's very hard to produce all 10 characters. I said, but I have a dream. And I have video. The power of video. But honestly, in hindsight, like they did really well. And yes, only 4 got made, but all of them sold equally well. That's why I didn't change really much. There was no clear loser, and it was just that it required 5,000 sales. So, like, I was just very optimistic back then. Yeah. I only went with 4. It wasn't not necessarily they were the top selling, but also it was like the ones that I wanted to create out of the batch. Mm-hmm. Of course, I wanted the 2 leaders, Commodore Chris. I wanted, and then it was actually a toss up between Spore and Tech Sergeant Scotchy, but of course I went with Scotchy because to make it even.
Yeah. No.
But no exclusives.
No exclusives. All right, so Josh, you don't have to. Nobody's going to be charging you an arm and a leg here for any extra 9-to-5 warriors there. But dude, I can't help but laugh at Corporal Cannon's face. There's something Leslie Nielsen about him that I just like. I just see it
exactly.
Right? I can't unsee it now.
You can't unsee it. You can't
unsee it. Right? Oh my god.
So good.
That's perfect.
It took forever to sculpt and get just right. Like I just couldn't quite get it, but Leslie Nielsen, perfect, nailed it.
It's just like, surely you must be. You can't be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. There was another like set of things that was like making the rounds where him and God, I was talking to somebody about how great he was, and it's just like he's like the other guy who plays next to him, and it wasn't Police Academy. What was the show that they did before they did Naked Gun? And he's like, Sex Frank? And he goes, no, we've got work to do, but maybe later. So good.
I love it. So Corporal Can, going back to his storyline, basically all the food when Alan was playing with them before they got sparked to life, all the food he decided were the bad guys, all the supplies were the good guys. But Corporal Can being, maybe it's because he's non-perishable. He never experienced being tossed away in the trash like the other food has, so they're not as vindictive against the wasteful humans, as they call it. So Corporal Can overhears Custard's plan for office domination, and he's like, this guy is a little freaking crazy for me, and he shifts sides around the same time as number two's flip side. So it's a nice dynamic. You know, each of them has like one of the contrasting members, but Corporal Can basically is the eyes and ears of the operation. Awesome little tidbits is he comes with actual little nuts. And the premise for this, so like, I was scared as hell, like how this toy is gonna come out to be, because at the end of the day, it's a can of peanuts. And when I'm writing the story and everything, it makes perfect sense. But when the toy came, like, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? And the first thing that came to mind was actually the Army Men buckets, and I wanted to make like my play on that, but make the bucket playable and like have the expressions and like the mini play set in itself. But the real magic is these little peanuts, who I hope to expand. And the way I like to treat them is like they're like little kids dressing up for Halloween, depending on the mission. So they'll dress up as like cowboys, Indians, you know, ninjas, freaking Ninja Turtles. We'll see what happens. But for the standard issue workforce, they're in their little outfits. And the idea is that it's going to be expandable peanuts. He comes with 3. I believe I tested. He holds maybe like 12 or 16. Don't hold it against me, but he holds a lot, and that's what's cool. I'll show you this prototype. That inside there's like a little shelf for them to hang out.
Oh, cool.
Inside here will be like a little sticker with like little gadgets and gizmos, like a control panel. And yeah, they all fit inside there. But that's the idea, Corporal Can. And like now, he's one, like, everyone keeps asking about Corporal Can. I thought he was going to be like, I thought he was definitely not going to be a top seller, you know? He's like one of the popular ones. So we'll see what happens. I hope he gets unlocked, honestly.
Corporal Can, your nuts are exposed. Yeah. Oh, good. So, I've got to go back and retrace my nuts. Yeah, that's yeah, I love it. And I love that you thought it through with the shelf, right? Like that's such a thing, because you're going to want to pose it like this. You put the shelf inside, but it's not just you were like, hey, I'm just going to throw a shelf in there. You're going to add a command deck. Like, it's so smart. And it's so good.
Because I first printed this one and it didn't have the shelf in it, and it wasn't until I started posing it and playing with it, I'm like, I need a shelf. So the future versions instantly got made with that, and I just didn't want to repaint everything.
Yeah, no, it's so good. I mean, it's smart, and it's like the fact that you're going back and playing with them, right? And then like seeing what we would do, that's what's making them so much better. And we saw that with Brutal Realm too, right? Like their Kickstarter, the more they played with them and talked to people, the more they kept adding and unlocking. That was so great. And Steve did ask, it looks like we answered it though, will there be room for a spring snake to pop out of the can? That's fun. That could be fun. I like that.
It. What would be that food character or office supply thing? What can be?
He could be like Corporal Can's evil brother, right? That's on the other side now, and it's got the snake. I don't know. Just spitballing here.
Commodore Crisp could take over and like turn him evil.
Turn him evil. I like that. There you go. And Strong Collectors say he's grown to be one of my favorites. I agree.
That'd be a cool feature.
I love
it.
For
Crisp, act like a slinky.
So do you foresee, have you thought out like the expansion line of like nuts and legumes, almonds, cashews? Like how deep are we going?
I've only stuck with peanuts, but I like where you're going with that.
Get a can of mixed nuts, and he's just a little wacky, you know.
He's a little wacky, man.
His own toy line just in itself, like.
Yeah.
Don't need 2 of these, but the idea for I don't want to. But basically, I want like scuba suits. I want Army Gill suits. I want like just really treat them as like Army men poses, but with fun fun costumes that can play with pop culture. Because that's what's cool is like in the show that doesn't exist yet. Alan is this nerd like us. So he's completely exposed to pop culture. And his desk is littered with the fun, nostalgic 90s.
I love it. Strong Collector says Twizzlers. Are there Twizzlers? Maybe Twizzlers on the bad side? That could be fun. Steve says, not to sound weird, but he wants, can you bring back the scale of the spies? He's curious if they'll scale with California raisins.
They could possibly. I wish I had some. Damn. Let me look up. Do you know the scale of California raisins by chance? Because I
don't know off the top of my head. It'd be like, I don't know.
something to
they
Google
were like
later.
bendy. Yeah. Yeah, somebody Google scale of California.
Let's get this.
Yeah.
I need this
But
answer.
I also love
It's so
if you
funny
look
how scale.
Okay.
Like, when did scale actually become a thing? Really? Like, I like how we're retroactively applying scale to everything. When it's just, it was some dude. He's like, let's make a raisin with eyes. This will be sweet.
Scott Hensley also did the California raisins. Just throwing it out there. The guy did.
Oh wow! So we should ask Scott. Yeah, where's Scott? He's probably not doing anything right now, right? He's got enough busy.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
They're 2.5 inches tall, I believe, the tallest one. So there you go.
So Steve says 1 to 2 inches, so they should scale pretty well. We're lost Machu again. Not a good night for Machu's audio.
Yeah, he just does not like 9 to 5 Warriors.
He does not. He can't. Oh, it's a good thing Cody's here.
He had to go get some nuts.
Get some nuts. But so bring back the spies, because I wanted to call this out. I love that the sculpt, like the shell, is made like it's made to look like a helmet, and then you're seeing like the skin of the like,
little like body.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's the camera?
Yeah. See, like it's so it's so good.
There it goes. Okay.
Look at that. Oh, they're so.
The muted effect is throwing me off. My bad. This is Seba again. Planetary Dog Tag did this from scratch. There was no hand sculpt to go by, so that was awesome. So when these originally were sculpted, that was one of my concerns, is like having someone hand sculpting and having someone digitally sculpt. And like my kind of fix for the digital sculpt was like, it cost me an arm and leg more, but I told Seba, like, turn off anything that's like auto tracing and auto symmetry and anything. Like, just do it, if it doesn't match the other side, that's all good. Asymmetrical all the way, because that's what gives the hand sculpts that special feel. At least I thought, and that's the obviously the special feel I was trying to go with the toy line. But it was awesome, like having those two work tandem, not even communicating each other. I was just the middleman, and had those final products. They all really matched really well. I don't know. That was just an awesome experience.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And jumping back to our spring conversation, Toymerd says we can use the spring from a clicky pen, to make sure it's all. Look at that. So, and Steve says Machu can't order on the Kickstarter and stream at the same time. So that's what he's doing. And now we're back to where we started, where I jumped the gun back to the battle bits that we talked about earlier. And again. So, and I didn't realize, I was like thinking about like, can you order multiple sets? But you're getting 8 of these pieces, 8 of these, 4 of these. Like, you're actually getting a lot in here. This is pretty. I didn't realize that. That's pretty awesome. Pieces. Oh wow! That's right. That's awesome. And then of course, once we get past the 90 and unlock this, because it's going to happen, otherwise Cody will riot, and he's been pretty adamant about that. Please. So.
Like, come on.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's like it's the perfect expansion, because if people are begging you to like build a play set or build cars, you can make the fans build them, and maybe you give instructions like, hey, this is contests.
Well, all for it. I love it. Yeah,
let's appreciate this tower that my graphic designer did. Yeah, it literally shows the functionality. This is 100% possible with battle bits, and yet it's still holds the function of showing your unlock. I mean,
look at that.
It's just too good.
I think we need the blueprints for this so that we can display all our figures like this.
We will.
I'm telling you, man, like if we get to this unlock at this point, the Ticonderoga stock is going to skyrocket, because they're going to be like, why are all these nerds buying pencils again? I don't understand it. Don't they have computers for this stuff? And I know somebody, I think I missed a comment here. Somebody said, are we? Oh, well, I just zoomed in. Are we going to get the? Here we go. Steve asking about what are the chances of an elderly, dusty 3x5 floppy disk in the distant future?
100%.
That'd be great if he was like the mentor, just like the old mentor, like the Zordon or something. That'd be great.
All right, you're jumping ahead of the gun. My Zordon character is literally called Maxter, and he's a giant Macintosh. So the floppy disk can be a predecessor of like his little wide.
The floppy disk is what's his name? The robot.
Oh my god! Now, Racist stream. This is my idea.
What? That's not racist. That's what he says.
I'm saying erase the stream. These are too good of ideas.
Sorry.
So you
I'm sorry. Erase this. Oh, you're saying erase this stream. I thought you were calling it a racist stream. That's where my head goes.
Every
I'm in
idea, by the
trouble
way,
again.
given in chat and on the stream is now property of 9 to 5 Warriors, by the way, folks. You agree to
My
an NDA.
pants is us. It's in the little agreement when you clicked it. Yeah. Oh my God. So Toymert says he can't wait to see 9 to 5 Warriors in Fortnite.
Damn, see, that's
Holy
cool, man.
snap.
Game
That's a good
those
idea.
possibilities. That's how you get to the
Dude.
kids. Minecraft
Awesome.
world. Boom.
Minecraft. There you go. All right. So now as a special treat, you're going to tell us what the unlocks are at 105. And I'm kidding. I'm not going to put that.
No.
pressure on you.
I will talk about. So there's one that's called Making the Mutant there, and that one is a complete surprise to myself as well. So right now, for those that don't know, and hopefully you do become aware of them, there is a group called Making the Mutant on Instagram.
Yeah.
Basically, amazing, talented sculptors that get together. They used to do it pretty much every month. Maybe now it's every quarter. But basically, they would create a mutant, and they would divvy up the body. So one sculptor would get the head, one would get the left arm, one would get the right arm, one would get the torso, and so on. And, there sometimes be teams of 10, 20. So, and depending on how many people, they would create that many mutants. And they would do themes, Apocalypto. They would do Ninja Turtles. They would do whatever they want. Saturday Morning Cartoon was a theme. That's one I participated in. But I was part of that group. I still am. I was like, this is so awesome to see just these random ideas come together. So Making a Mutant, I've reached out to all of them. They're all going to design their own version of 9 to 5 Warriors. I didn't give them any guidelines. I just said they need a story and a backstory. You can either go the Break Room Bandit route or you can go the Water Cooler Commander route, and you create whatever you want. And October 15th is deadline, and I'll hopefully do a stream, and I'll allow the backers to basically pick who they want to be in the 9 to 5 Warriors, and they will win the contest to get that produced in the lineup. So that's going to be a fun experiment just for me. I'd love to see what people come up with, and I don't know. It's been awesome to see people with fan art. So a whole sculpted figure might be crazy.
That's really cool, and I love that you're there's been this little nods that you've been talking about throughout this of bringing the community in, and you talked about how you sat with us and we were a whole community as it is, and it's you're already out there, man. You're branching out and getting a ton of people involved, and this is really awesome. I'm pretty sure that I stood in line with one of the Making the Mutant guys at the Minicon in Portsmouth, where we were standing in line to meet Kevin Eastman, and he was talking to me about some of that stuff. So that's really, really cool. They are fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and they're really talented. You got amazing rosters, so there's really going to be a hard selection of. And we'll see again. The better this does, the more mystery characters can unlock. The first one, you'll definitely want to get a slice out of him. Okay, that's all I'll say.
Okay, all right.
But he's awesome. I'm very excited about that guy.
Oh.
And then I'll leave more mysteries. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no. Yeah, dude, it's day one. You got to leave more mysteries. You can always come back and talk more about what's getting unlocked. We can always make that happen. But I love Tech Sergeant Scotchy here at the bottom, and of course the huge thank you to everybody. And let's see, just since we've been on this stream, we are now crossing into because, like I said, I'm fully invested here. I'm gonna try to sign the paperwork to get a part of 9 to 5 Warriors LLC. Brandon's hell no,
unless Steve Morrow beats you to it.
Yeah, Steve Morrow's already beat me to it. So you're just under 12. Yeah, just under 12 grand. You got more? Let's see.
Yeah,
hit refresh.
12K.
12. You've broken 12K, dude.
Let's go.
Day one,
Let's
we've broken
it.
12K. That's great, man. I'm so happy for you, dude. And like I said, you're such a good dude out there in Designer Con to talk to, and these toys are great, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's coming next. All right, so I know we're coming up on time here, but Cody, favorite new figure. What do you got?
It's tough. It's really tough. I'm torn between Brigadier Bouncy or Corporal Can, just because the sheer possibilities of the nuts. I think.
No Diddy. That was our first one. We said we were gonna do it.
We said. You know what? I had one. I had one in my back pocket too because you're at 12K and you've only been live for like 8 hours, and that's like a couple thousand an hour. That's more money than more than Diddy shells out in hush money. So it's been great. All right, so you're between Corporal Can and Brigadier Bouncy. Machu, what are you thinking?
I like number 2.
Number 2. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
what's number 2? Yeah, and then I realized it's the pencil. He's got some like Storm Shadow vibes going. I like that.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he can't make a mistake.
that is so good.
Feel like he's on
that didn't cross my mind, but as soon as you're like, it's like, oh, that's so damn clever. Like
the psychology in that is like he can't ever make a mistake because there's no going back.
There's no going back. No going back. I mean, Brandon, like it's got to be like picking between your favorite children. You only have one right now, so wait till you have multiple kids, and they're like, which one's your favorite? And you're like, the dog. It'll always be the dog is my favorite.
Damn, man. So it's funny, like Corporal Can's like coming up there. Like I think the possibilities are gonna be fun with that. And then Surgeon Spores still like I'm just excited to get him fully made. I was honestly so tempted to make him the 5th character of Wave 1, but I was like, I can't even afford it. But we'll make it happen. But so I'm excited about it.
It's the Band-Aid that creeps me out.
Yeah,
the Band-Aid.
Yeah, that really that's such an extreme way to make him gross. Because especially like if it's not your own Band-Aid, if it's just some random Band-Aid, you're like, I have every disease on the planet now. I can't. This is over. Like I'm done for.
What's nice though is that there's no marking on the Band-Aid. There's no hair on the Band-Aid, right? It could have been worse. There could have been a little dried blood. Could have been a little dried blood on the hand. Yeah, like
a nice hairy Band-Aid.
yeah.
There's like one piece of dark hair that always turns up.
Curly dark hair, and you're like, where did this fall off from? Yeah. So you got Red Dog wants to know about maybe doing the Microsoft Paperclip guy. Probably copyright. Clippy.
Oh man, he has to come out.
He's got to be great.
Like, extra crazy schizo.
Like he's been like hiding for like 20 years since nobody's been using him. He's all schizoed out. I love that. Choi Mirth is definitely in on Corporal Can. He really wants that one. Steve says he thinks the pencils look sharp. God damn it, Steve, you're so good at this. He's also saying, but let's get nuts. That's it. Oh, I think, can you? Lost it. I think, like, are you gonna put a warning label on the Corporal Can that's like does not contain any actual peanuts? Like,
I do a playful thing. The ingredients list like everything, like microphones. Like I won't even go. The ingredients list is awesome. There's a lot of like Easter eggs in there, and of course it's like 925 calories or something like that.
Red Dog saying, "Don't worry, we'll customize that hair. No problem.
I'll make it a red one."
Oh god, can you imagine? You see like the customizer post, like, "Here's my custom sandwich. I added some special personal things."
God. No mustard. The only thing worse would be ants on the sandwich crawling through the holes. There you go. So we can make this even grosser if you really want. That's awesome, dude. So all right, so you got 29 days to back this thing, and remember, Cody's going to be on a campaign. He's on a campaign for Battle Bits, and if it doesn't happen,
don't wait. Back it now. I'm all in. I think I was like,
the real goal is 100K. The real goal, 45K doesn't. The real goal is 100K.
100K.
And we get the Battle Bits fully invested. We're good.
100K.
Yeah, I think I was like, I would have been like 2 or 3, but I was busy trying to make content from it, and I couldn't learn how to like get a screenshot on my PC without it looking crappy. So I think I'm like the 5th one or something on that one.
I can you tell what number people are? Because I was like, I feel like I was like number 4. I don't know. I was
because like you were saying before, like, do you get like a note, like every person who's like subscribing?
So I get
so
notifications.
Cool. I love it. Toy Addict is stopping by. Toy Addict stopping by saying, "Evening, gents. Don't forget Toy Addict and Unworthy Collector again at the show, Unworthy Addiction on tomorrow night on Thursdays, and go hang with them rowdy boys. And let's ask Danny to do more karaoke because that dancing Caribbean Queen was just unbelievable. That might have been my favorite thing. But all right, Brandon, so Kickstarter is live. we've got the link. No matter whether you're watching on Matsu's stream or you're watching on my stream, we've got the link pinned, so you can click on it, no problem. And to Cody's point, go back now. Don't wait. You don't get charged for 30 days. Plenty of time. They're not going to Marvel Legends you and automatically ship out early.
Yep.
Don't wait. So, and but speaking of shipping, what's timing looking like once we're fully funded for Battle Bits at the very least?
It will get extended probably every time we add a new character, but I'm aiming for April, May of next year.
Oh wow!
It would be sooner. Like obviously, we deal with the Chinese New Year in February, so we'll see what happens.
That's a great timeline though, because usually it's way huge, more. Yeah. Like it's way further.
My factory's
so,
good.
Like, that's the trouble with like Kickstarter. Sometimes you're just like, I'll never have this. But if we're getting it that soon, that's dope.
It's pretty, yeah. That's awesome, man. I love that. And what's next for you? Are you going to do the circuit? Where can people keep seeing you?
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram. There's adventures and podcasts. I gotta make a list, but I'm grateful that everyone reaches out and then they're responsive, so that's so awesome. But I'll make a list, check it twice. You'll see it on Instagram. Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Steve's gonna pencil in those dates.
God, come on, that was my opportunity, Steve.
So good, Steve. So good. All right, man. Well, keep us posted on what's gonna happen next. Cody, you going on any streams coming up? You got any appearances besides this surprise one tonight? Nothing. No.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Super fun,
dude. Of course,
real.
You got to come back.
My first time talking to Brandon in person, or
there you go,
like face to face at least.
Oh.
Let's not make it, too distant. Come follow me. Just do a road tour. Like I said, I need a hype man. I can't talk all the time. Like this is already like
I can be your side. I can be in the sidecar. Like
this is the best performance you're gonna get. Like after this, it's just like don't follow me. Actually, you'll see the fall.
That's why I wanted day one, man. That's why I was like, dude, you're launching on a Wednesday. This is Kismet, baby. Let's make this happen. But all right, cool. Hey, Cody, real quick, what was your take on the? I know you did a video, but I want to hear it live. What was your take on the Shredder and Foot Soldier Joy Toys?
Are you kidding me? Instantly they're doing some of the best turtle designs ever. Shredder, Foot Soldier A and B. There's 2 Foot Soldiers.
Yep.
In
their feet.
Those are exciting. I keep telling Cody like. That modern take, Joy Toys, whatever they're doing, they're inspiring. Like I'm like, damn, I want like the ultimate major eraser, like that style. Like I love the scale. Like to me, I don't know. I've always been like a very small scale collector. Like G.I. Joes were my jam growing up. So like Joy Toys is killing it. I think, especially turtles. Like I don't know. I'm just super excited to get those in hand.
Yeah. Honestly, smaller scale is great. The more you collect, like you can only have so many like 9-inch figures before you're like. I don't have room for this. So when you're like, here's just a nice compact guy, you can have a million of these.
Yeah, get a million.
What I also like is that like they really like pack it in there with the articulation.
Yeah,
right. Like we were looking at the pictures, we're like those have butterfly joints, which is pretty crazy for like something that small.
Yeah, because people keep saying like they keep thinking they have like terrible articulation, but I'm like that's better really than any. That's better than any NECA figure. Like it's literally just smaller.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's with all their lines. I just feel like they hide it so well. Like it's just whether the deco covering it, obviously the turtles they have certain shell paddlers and elbow pads, etc. But like that's what excites me about that. Like I guess I always lean like even the new stuff I collect, I still go the retro route because I just like clean lines and I am admittedly mainly more a box collector, even though my desk is cluttered with the loose figures. But yeah, the Joy Toy I'm excited about.
See those awesome carded figures behind you. I love a good carded display.
Oh yeah, wait. I'm wrong spot. Look at that. That's the Toy Biz section.
That's nice.
Then
I know those are all OG Toy Biz. Yeah.
Yeah, these are OG Toy Biz. The shells are pretty awesome. Then I got like
the blimp.
All the Food Fighters and all the good stuff over there. The Turtle Blimp, the new version, which doesn't even come with ceiling hooks. Why?
Okay, so yours didn't come with ceiling hooks either. I thought mine was just like broken. I was like, what? The whole purpose I opened it was so it didn't have to sit on the floor and I could elevate it. And it broke. And I was like,
is there no like at least like a little tab thing at the top? Not even that.
Yeah, nothing. It was
nothing.
Like
so how did you...
I still don't even like. I did fishing cable all around it. This is my. I had it in an original man cave that like I just recently moved like in February, and that thing felt every single night. It would just scare the crap out of me. I just hear. I'd come like, no matter how tight I wrapped it, I put duct tape, I put everything, and it just kept on falling. By some miracle, it's been up for months, knock on wood, and yeah, I'm using fishing wire and like a nail right into the ceiling.
It's totally gonna fall tonight because we talked about it. So
with that in mind, did you get the Technodrome, Brandon?
I pre-ordered it and then I canceled it, and then I'm probably gonna pre-order it. I think I did it 3 times. I pre-ordered it, canceled it, pre-ordered it, canceled it, and like
I think I did.
I don't have space.
Once
I just don't have space anymore. And like I have boxes of stuff I haven't opened yet. I have a problem. And the I don't know, like the Mutant Mayhem, for some reason that I didn't like it at first, and then I liked it, and like I went all in. I have like everything. I'm ashamed of it, but yeah.
Yeah, dude. By the way,
look who you're talking to. Like, look at all this. Like, what are we talking about?
This is easily one of my favorite figures this year. And by the way, if you don't have him, his hair is flocked. So this is like soft, like, splinter hair, which is amazing. Not on the mustache, but here. Oh, you got the pizza thrower. That is one thing that I'm debating on, because I remember the sound. I remember the sound and the smell. It had a smell when the battery was spinning.
This was the thing I was most excited about, and was praying they'd re-release. And once I saw it, like I literally kept on checking my Target, but this was the most like fun I ever had as a kid. Like this was I've been wanting to buy the OG one. I just wanted to buy it like on a true toy hunt, not buy on eBay or anything. And I've never found one boxed. And I'm like, damn. So when they re-released this, like it was an instant pickup.
Yeah. Toy Bird says the noise. The noise, and it had a smell. It had a smell with it. But, Toy Bird said he has you're not a real collector unless you got a problem with too much. And also, I want to highlight this comment from Toy Mirth. He wants to know when we're going to get shirts, Battle Bits or Riot. I'm in. I'm in for a shirt, and I'm in for the shirt you're wearing too. I want to know when that's coming out.
I'll put it on Shopify. We'll see.
Do it. Let's get it.
Should I put it on the Kickstarter? Should that be a thing?
That's one more question I have. I just thought of.
You
have you have fabulous artists such as like Turbo Pork. Is he doing the card backs again?
Ooh,
are we that far along?
I get a share. I mean, the art is on my the raw art itself is on my Instagram, but I'll share the updates for sure. The packaging designs. Corporal Can will be the only one that's in an actual box. I'm excited to design something like that. I want to have a lot of fun with that. Because he just wouldn't. He could fit on a card, but it'd be a really big card. And my bubbles are already kind of like. I don't know. I love it. Just because I like being a box collector. This is just such a prime piece of real estate on a retailer. Like I love it. It just looks good.
I think you're the only one who I've ever seen where the bubble dips inward.
Yeah, man, that was
what inspired that?
Revolutionary. I won't even take credit for it. The factory did it, and I was like. Yeah, let's do it.
There you go.
But once they did it, I'm like, hell yeah! This is like you actually feel like you can touch the toy beforehand. It's pretty cool.
And then let's see, Steve commenting saying it smelled like heated plastic. Pretty sure that it's like gas fumes, and you're not supposed to inhale those. That would explain a lot as to why
that was
the way
just
we are
battery
at this
acid
point.
leaking out that you were huffing.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. And RG stopping by saying hello.
Oh, snap.
All right, man. So Machu, you got any other streams this week? You already gone yesterday. You doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Nothing?
I'm done for the week, I think. Yeah.
Done for the week. Enablers next week though? Yeah. First Tuesday? First Tuesday of the month. Or Thursday.
Is it first Tuesday already? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Damn, I didn't even realize it creeped up that far.
I know. October's here.
Dude,
Pumpkin spice
season went by like that.
Dude, so fast. We got the road to New York Comic Con coming up quick, and then once that happens, it'll be the road to Legion's Con, which we are all excited for. Brandon, you make it out for Legion's Con?
I was literally trying so hard to get a table and like hounding Germany, like give me a table. Then I realized I have a wedding that weekend. It was never gonna happen in the first place. I was like, damn it! Man. I just found out last week. I was like, it's been on my calendar for months. Speaking of cons, are you guys doing what was that?
Designer Con is the
I was just about to ask, like, are you doing Designer Con?
Machu's going.
I just booked my flight, so I'll be there.
I don't know, man. I loved it, and then when he's they're going to Vegas. I just couldn't justify all the costs and stuff. Like in LA, I have places to stay and I can get by, but like Vegas is a little tougher for me. I want to go to a 10. I want to go to a 10 because especially if the same crew is going, that was honestly the best like con. That was so fun.
Yeah.
Because of you guys, like I said, like you guys made it feel like a family. I was like, damn, this is awesome. Like I get why you do the whole con hopping.
You do the con circuit to meet people. I've been trying to tell Cody he's got to come out. So, but Cody's got to get his battery charged up. But I understand that too.
I'm a real shut-in.
Dude, I understand. Talk to Matt. Sometimes we get in that car and I don't say a word for an hour drive and I just fall asleep. You know, and it's like I'm exhausted.
That's because it's on the way back.
Sleeping when someone else is driving should almost be a crime. That is unforgivable.
Okay,
unforgivable road buddy
action.
action.
Sadly.
Hold on.
Especially,
I look at it as.
Are you in the front seat? Are you in the front
seat?
Well,
not always. Not always.
Not always. Like if there's multiple people, the backseat people can sleep, but the front seat ringman, you cannot sleep. That's criminal.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I will do better. I always looked at falling asleep as a compliment that I was that comfortable around somebody to be able to fall asleep. But fine, I will do better about being a passenger princess for you, Matt. Don't worry. And
like, got asleep. What if Matt falls asleep and he just crashes the whole thing? That's on you. That's not
I'm already asleep. What's the difference? I just wake up to clouds, or it's really hot when I wake up. One or the other. It's up in the air, really. Every week it could change. So, and Real Life Perspective Show, thank you so much. We're terrible at this, but don't forget to smash that like button for us, and the share button. Get the word out, not just for us, but get the word out for Brandon and the 9 to 5 Warriors, and get Cody his battle bits. And we're gonna get that shirt.
Yeah, I want those battle bits too.
Modes. Okay, Machu wants them too. Yeah. So everybody's dying for the battle bits. But like Cody made a video about how badly he wants those battle bits. Let's see.
The videos, dude. I launched the battle bits thing, and within like 2 minutes, I got a notification. A better video than I could ever make. I was like, "You're hired yet again." Someone else gets hired before you.
Another person. I went from employee number 4 to employee number 19 in one episode. It's great. So there you go. Pets, you see this cope. All right. I will be better. I will be better.
And DJ.
No, you always have music playing. I look at music as like a thing, right? Like I'm not. I can go. You want me to play DJ? I'll play DJ. You've never offered me the aux cable, and I've never asked for it. It's one of those things. I just like that's your music. I'm cool with that.
I mean, you can browse through the Spotify.
I don't know how to use Spotify. I'm a YouTube music guy. You hear that, YouTube? You hear that? Yeah. Promote our show. God damn it. And this comment, I want to end on this comment. Well, first off, Steve saying he's backed. Have you? See, get on that. You better get on that. Steve had an amazing comment. Damn it, somebody changed it. Hold on. It goes, hope Sergeant Spore doesn't break the mold. He's gonna be upper crust. I mean, so that. And can someone J-shot a red swing stapler? I mean, there has to be a stapler. And a variant stapler coming soon, maybe like the red one. So
I have like stapler removers that act like hounds. They're called the supply seekers, the SS. And basically chomp around searching for the supply.
I love it. I love it.
Everything. It's pretty awesome.
I also love DJ Hello there. That's so good. So good, Tom. So good. You're the DJ and your brother's the bartender. That's it. You've now just gotten invited to every party ever at a con. So done. All right. We've hit time. This is Brandon. Can't thank you enough, man. This has been super fun. Super pumped for you guys. Like I said, I had to pry these figures away from my son for this show just so that we can have them here. I've got my lunchbox ready to go. I'm excited. And by the way, that lunchbox comes with a thermos. That's not for soup. It's for hot cocoa or other liquids to say hot or cold, but not soup. Just get out of there. So, no soup. That's no soup. Cody, dude, appreciate you jumping on last minute and hanging with us. Pleasure, a pleasure having you here, and you're welcome back anytime. And we'll get you back on a solo show. Machu, wouldn't do this without you, man. So, thank you for being here. And there you go. We got Twimmer saying he's back 2 sets, one for shots and one for the collection wall. One to rock, one to stock. Man. There you go.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah. But go back to Kickstarter. And again, we say this every week, and seriously, we're 12 episodes away from 100. I can't imagine that we've been doing this for this long, and that you guys keep tuning in, and it means the world to us. It's a silly little thing that we do every week, and you guys are here. We appreciate it. We get to talk to cool people like Brandon and Cody, and they get to talk to Machu. So I'm here too. Marty Janetti of the Two Sentinels. But we appreciate the hell out of you guys, whether you're watching live or on the replay. We wouldn't do this without you. We can't thank you enough for it. So with that being said, get out there, go make some content, go be proud of yourselves. And Machu, cue that outro.